So let's talk about Kevin Durant's legacy. I recently saw a video called the Kevin Durant Hater Manifesto by Rusty Buckets, and it's basically a 1 hour long documentary about why Kevin Durant is. He's basically saying that Kevin Durant is overrated, and that even though he's great, he doesn't deserve to be called one of the greatest, like one of the top five greatest players of all time. And that, frankly, it made a case for him being an overrated guy, for one of the most overrated players because of what he's done throughout his career. Today, I came to talk about that and how this season affects that. You guys know I don't dibble dabble in a lot of old things. I mostly save that for my off season videos where I can actually go and really go in depth into old, because even though I know all of the old NBA history, I know every champion, I know the MVPs, I know the scoring titles, I know most of the people who have won, and I'm a big fan of the game. I do think that talking about what's relevant now is more important than dwelling in the past, especially when obviously this season we're having, these debates and we're having these discussions, and they're constantly updating. So first, I want to say that this season Kevin Durant has been amazing. And Kevin Durant throughout his whole career has really been amazing. He came into the league averaging 20 points. He's been efficient for his entire career, shooting well from the three, from the field goal percentage. His worst thing has been his health, especially recently, that it's declined a ton. And he's been a guy which has consistently been one of the greatest players of all time. This season broke 1,000 games and has now been a 27 point per game scorer in all of his seasons. He's been in four teams in the OKC Thunder or Seattle Supersonics, the Golden State Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Phoenix Suns, being the best player in each team that he's played in by far. And I mean in Golden State too. It didn't matter that he played with Curry. We all knew who was the number one guy, and that was a fact. Now, what I want to talk about is this season. How does the NBA and how does this, league right now, how does Kevin Durant now grow his legacy from here? The Suns currently sit at an eighth seed. He's averaging 28 points per game, 5 assists, 7 rebounds on 53% from the field, 42% from three, and 85% from the free throw line, with a block a game and a steal, 3 turnovers. So he's been having an incredible season. He, at one point, was shooting 50, 40, 90. He's been extremely consistent when it comes to his shot selection and his three-point shooting and the way that he's played the game. And especially recently, and when the three guys play, we've seen him be able to turn up the notch when it comes to clutch games. Yesterday, they did play Milwaukee, the Suns, and they did not have the best game. And this is what really made me talk about more. I did see that video, but I do think that it delved a lot in, well, no, it delved, a lot in the past and in what previously had happened with Kevin Durant's career and why that had halted him back. Yes, the Golden State Warriors rings were definitely something that you put probably an asterisk on. Him leaving OKC, him finding no success after Golden State, apart from that 1 year in Brooklyn where Kyrie and James Harden were injured. And now he's on the Suns' third super team that he's formed, and now he has this extremely good team which can actually play basketball. And even when they're all healthy, he has not been able to put it all together. Yesterday against the Bucks, they lost, by 11 points to a Giannis-less Bucks, even though the Suns were completely healthy. All of their top guys except Yusuf Nurkic scored over 10 points, and the reason why they lost was mostly defense. They could not guard Bobby Portis, they could not guard Damian Lillard, and it took some masterful performances for the Bucks to win this game, but I do believe that the Suns have some glaring issues which do need to be addressed before the playoffs come. First, Devin Booker has got to stay healthy. Kevin Durant has been, and this is without a doubt, the most consistent player. He's played 61 games this year. He's been absolutely going crazy in those games. He scores 28 points per game. He's been consistently carrying the Suns to tough wins, and we've seen him drop consistent 30 plus point games just to get his team close to victory. Like the other day against Boston, in a loss, he dropped 45 points and 10 assists, 6 assists. No, 45 points, 10 assists, 6 assists, 10 rebounds. I'm sorry. Then in the next game against Cleveland, he dropped 37 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds, and he's been consistently tasked with being the best player. Now, you expect this from KD. He is the best player on his team. He did come to this team to win. And now that he's actually getting the load, which he deserves as being the best player, he is obviously getting punished. And not punished in the sense that he's going and he's getting brought down by everybody. What this means is that, like, he's having his season where not everything is being given to him. KD this season has actually looked like he's fully engulfed in basketball, like he could really focus on the game. And I do believe that he's been phenomenal at being a face of the league, a consistent player, an all-star caliber guy, and a guy which has actually shown himself to be one of the best players in the league this season. He's had a monster comeback, and you could tell that this season he's out to win it all. Now, how possible is that? That's what we're going to break down today. The loss of yesterday was against the best team in the East, not named the Boston Celtics. So we won't really delve in that as much. What we really need to look at is how are they performing when Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Yusuf Nurkic, and Grayson Allen are on the court. And they've been amazing. The only problem is that Devin Booker just had an injury which had him out for like a month or two. And in this season, he's played 54 games, but that month that he missed was probably one of their toughest months ever. And Bradley Beal, apart from being out for most of the first half of the season, has also taken his time to get back up to speed when it comes to his play. He's averaging basically 19 points for the season, 5 assists and 4 rebounds, but we all know that the biggest reason why his point total is that low is because he, at the start of the year, was really struggling with scoring. So now we have to look at what is it going to take for the Suns to win a championship this season. And I feel like that there are 3 main things. First, they need a clear playmaker. Look, Devin Booker at the start of the year, the reason why they were winning so much was because Devin Booker, apart from scoring 27, was averaging like 9 assists per game. 8 assists, I think it was. He was doing that consistently every single day that the Suns played. It was the assists, it was the rebounds, it was the points. And this season, he's been a point guard for most of the season, which has been amazing. And I believe that he should continue that in his endeavor. That's the main thing so far. Devin Booker, it's shown that it works. Most of the games which they win are with Devin Booker at point guard. That guy has good vision, he can score, and when he handles the ball, he creates so much gravity with his shot that he needs the ball in his hands most of the time. Secondly, Bradley Beal should be the guy which gets the second most scoring opportunities on the team when it comes to open looks. Bradley Beal has been shooting an insane 42% from 3 when he in catch and shoot threes. He's been completely relegating himself to be as effective as possible, and it's proved to pay off. Bradley Beal needs a lot of chances. They need to find him when he's open. They need to find him so that he can create his own chances and not play ISO ball all the time. Play a team-friendly play, the sweats, play the things, and make sure that your team is not going to ISO ball every play because that's hurting your team. Finally, what Kevin Durant needs to do is make sure that he's providing for the team what it needs. When Devin Booker was gone, Kevin Durant was tasked with being the main playmaker, upping his scoring, and upping his efficiency. So then, when now Devin Booker is back, Kevin Durant is now needs to put his focus on the defensive end. When Bradley Beal was injured, Kevin Durant also needed to up his scoring, up his production, up his ISO game. And then finally, when role players are out like Yusuf Nurkic, then you move KD to man the paint, or you make KD more of a shot blocker. When Grayson Allen is out, you make him more of a shooter. And KD for this team needs to be the mold which keeps it together, because he is the only player which is actually diverse enough, flexible enough, and can do a wide range of things that will keep the team of the Phoenix Suns winning this season. And that's how I feel like they could win the championship. That's how I feel like they could actually go back, climb into the playoffs, take the Kings spot, and probably do something this season.